Hello again, I am Blunty. Epic Games, the folks behind Fortnite, a game rapidly repurposed from a generic co-op zombie defense game into a free-to-play Battle Royale game, now quickly snowballing in popularity and dethroning PUBG faster than anyone ever predicted. Well, about a week ago, Epic Games announced that, perhaps predictably, they're going to wring as much cash from this property as quickly as they possibly can, because as they smother PUBG's popularity, they are aware that someone else could come along and smother them just as quickly. Multiplayer games like this are fads. They rise and fall in as quickly as a year. In any case, either to squeeze as much cash from it as fast as possible, or to try and cement themselves and place against rivals and the endless chain of garbage shovelware clones and others playing the Me Too game than Epic themselves jumped into once PUBG started to take off, they've made clear their plans to go very broadly multi-platform, already feeding into PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC, and even Mac, believe it or not. Soon will this same game, same gameplay, same content, same maps, and even the promise of same weekly updates come to iOS and Android too. Because, especially in the Asian markets, mobile gaming is on the rise much faster than anything else. In my opinion, this is to the detriment of gaming itself, but whatever. In this announcement, Epic say, in partnership with our friends at Sony, Fortnite Battle Royale will support cross-play and cross-progression between PlayStation 4, PC, Mac, iOS, and eventually Android. You may notice a platform missing there. Xbox, of course. Well, a few days after that announcement, another post detailed what they plan. Cross-play, cross-progression, and cross-purchase between Xbox One, PC, Mac, iOS, and in the next few months, Android. You may notice a platform missing there, PlayStation 4. So they have cross-play, cross-progression across all of the systems, except depending on which post you read, either PlayStation 4 or Xbox are excluded. What the actual pickaxe hole is going on here? Well, chances are, just like with a similar situation with Minecraft going on right now, it's basically just Sony being dicks about it. Sony, whenever they are in top dog position, always act like complete arseholes. Every time. And with Minecraft, even the near-catastrophically insular and arrogant attitude of Nintendo is allowing cross-platform play, and even cross-buy when it comes to DLC, to come to Minecraft on their system, while Sony flatly refused to give their users the same access and freedom, making vague claims that they're doing it to protect the kids. They have to control how the kids interact with one another because because the only practical way for cross-play to work with Minecraft is, of course, to have a singular sign-in, and of course Minecraft is owned by Microsoft, so that singular sign-in is a Microsoft account, and Sony don't want people signing into a Microsoft account from a Sony platform. Well, but you know, it's to protect the kids, because they can't control what the kids have access to if you sign onto someone else's service through their platform, can they? But again, Nintendo are okay with this. Nintendo are okay with this. So aggressive are Nintendo when it comes to protecting their kids that things as simple and essential as voice chat in multiplayer cooperative games, like Splatoon for example, was forever a devil word. And even today, their plans for it are such a clusterfrell, it's basically comedy. What I'm saying is Sony don't have a frickin' leg to stand on with their weak-ass pissy excuses. Nonetheless, here we are again with Fortnite. The game publisher wants crossplay open to all players. Of course they do. They make the game. They want as many people through the door as possible, as easily as possible. Phil Spencer, head of Xbox, certainly wants crossplay for all. He's been championing this cause for some time now. And Sony, in the case of Minecraft, say hell no, and in the case of Fortnite say yes, but only if you don't let Xbox play. It's petty, it's arrogant, and it's very, very Sony. How this is even going to work is kind of confusing as well. I mean, if crossplay and cross-progression works between PlayStation 4, PC, Mac, and mobile, but not Xbox, and crossplay and cross-progression and cross-purchase between Xbox One, PC, Mac, and mobile works, but not to PS4, does that mean if I buy something on PS4, it doesn't cross-play to Xbox, but it can to PC, but PC can cross-play to Xbox, and how does that chain work? And does that mean any attempt at matchmaking from any of these devices will fail, even if one PS4 player tries to join a match with a PC, Mac, and mobile, and Xbox, and vice versa? The hell. It's such an bafflingly idiotic way to do this shit. And Everybody says they'd like unconditional crossplay, except Sony. Phil Spencer is no altruist here. Don't get it wrong here. The same reason he's championing this cause is the same reason Sony is telling the player base to eat shit. Sony are the top dog in the console race, no question. They have way better sales than Xbox, way larger install base, and they've got way more to lose if more people feel freer to make the choice to play on Xbox or anywhere else. Microsoft, however, have very little to lose at this point. They, in fact, get to play the good guy here. They get the positive press. They get the praise for trying to make it happen for gamers. Phil Spencer gets to stomp around making little passive-aggressive remarks on Twitter about how he'd love to see crossplay between Xbox and PlayStation 4 happen. He'd love it to happen. He wants it to happen. He will do anything it takes to make it happen. He'll rarely, if ever, flat out say, if only Sony weren't such dicks about it. Because he's smart enough to know that we gamers will happily draw that conclusion for ourselves, for him. So he gets to position himself as on our side, championing gamer freedom. He's not on our side, of course. He's head of Xbox. His job is to make the brand as attractive as possible for gamers and developers, etc., because there's a huge mountain of money to be scraped from the gaming industry, and his real job is to make Microsoft money and to make its investors money. But at least for now, those two things aren't mutually exclusive. He can play the good guy, the gamer's friend, the guy who's fighting for us. So he's out there being vaguely smarmy so we can have freedom of choice and play our games with our best friends regardless of what their choice of platform is. And he can satisfy the investors at the same time that he's doing everything he can to make Xbox a stronger and stronger brand. And by extension, he gets to hurt Xbox's biggest rival, because they, as the other side, get painted as the greedy corporate monster, unwilling to loosen their controlling throat grip on their community of trapped gamers. Sony gets painted as the a-holes holding the industry back from an open and free future. Sony gets painted as the scared bullies, afraid they can't win in a fair fight, so they have to lock away the keys to a flat playing field. And I get to disappear down a hole of forever more awkward and strange metaphors. Also, I've been playing on my Nintendo Switch and PC way more often than either my PS4 or even my shiny new 4K kickin' Xbox One X lately anyway, so shrug. Though that said, and the reason I said that, is I am getting Far Cry 5 on the Xbox One X. Mainly because my friend is getting it on Xbox as well, and because Ubisoft aren't doing the cross-platform co-op thing. So yeah, there's the chewy bit about all of this, and that's why Sony are so reluctant to share. I have all the platforms. I have all the choice. I'm very fortunate in that. I even have a very powerful PC that would run Far Cry 5 way better than even the Xbox One X will, of course. And yet, I made the choice of platform to play on based on my friend, who has slightly fewer choices than I do. And I made the choice based on my desire to play co-op with her. She likes Xbox best. She likes the controller better, whatever it is. If my friend was going to be playing it on the PlayStation 4, perhaps I'd have chosen that platform for Far Cry 5 for the sake of multiplayer. Perhaps I'd be paying for PlayStation Plus for the privilege of online play, instead of the Xbox Live Gold subscription I just renewed. And this is why Sony are being dicks about this. This is why Phil Spencer is so eager to play the good guy. Xbox basically has nothing to lose and everything to gain right now. Whereas Sony, they've got something to lose. If the tables were flipped, I'd have to wonder how eager Phil would be to let Sony play in their big garden. We'll never really know, of course. This fight is happening now and here, like this, with Sony at the top, Microsoft at the bottom, and Nintendo just going, hi guys, we're doing just fine. And PC gamers doing what PC gamers do. 4K, 120 frames a second, master race. Thanks for watching. I am Blunty, and we'll catch you next time. Good morning. Oh, water. I need water. Give me water. Hello, pig. Hello, party pig. That's disconcerting. That's very disconcerting.